Hello my dear students, now we will study about permutation and combination. Our topic is permutation and combinations. So if I say, in earlier classes I taught you a concept in our function and relation and in set theory, and that was, if there was a set A and set B, there was two set, and number of elements in set A was 3 and number of elements in set B was 2. So if I write down a Cartesian product of A cross B, this was the Cartesian product, and N tells us about the number of elements in this set, and this was equal to number of elements in A multiply by number of elements in set B, as here. And what was the this set? I will remind you, the set A cross B was a set which contains all the elements, the elements was the pairs by the elements of A and B, the pairs which can be made by the elements of A and B. First B makes the pair from the elements of set A and set B, and then we write down them as an element of this set. So the number of pairs was actually I am finding the number of pairs. Number of elements means number of elements in this set means the number of pairs which can be made by the set A elements and set B elements. So 3 into 2, so it was 6. So there was 6 pair. Okay, we have already discussed about this, we have already studied this topic. So now look at here. Suppose you have some pants and some shirts. Suppose you have 3 pants and 2 shirts. I say you have pant 1, pant 2 and pant 3, and you have 2 shirts, shirt 1 and shirt 2. So how many pair you can make? You can make how many pairs or how many combination? You can make this combination and this combination. So you can put on P3 pant with S1 shirt or S2 shirt. So these are the two combinations. Okay, so they are the two combinations. Now the another combination is, you can put on P2 pant with, so this is another combination. Now we come to the next combination. You can put on this pant 1 with shirt 1, and you can put on this. So you can see there that there are the total 6 combinations, and those combinations are P1 S1, P1 S2, now P2 S1, P2 S2, and the third is P3 S1 and P3 S2. So these are the 6 combinations. Okay, now yes, so there was the if we have 3 pants and 2 shirts, then we can make the 6 combination. Now we comes to the next thing, that is, suppose there are 1 2 3 4 there are 4. These are the 4 chairs, and there are 4 A, B, C, D. There are 4 students and there are 4 chairs. So I have to select the chair. So how many types? They are the how many types in which we can allot the seats to these 4 students. There are 4 chairs and 4 students. So we have to find the how many types of how many ways in which we can allot the seats to all these students. So you can see, if I allot this seat to anyone, suppose I allotted the seats, I can allot this seat to A, I can allot this seat to B, I can allot C, and I can allot this seat to D. So there are 4 ways. They are the 4 ways to allotting this chair. So now we come to the second chair now, and there is a condition that we can allow, if we allow the one candidate to this chair. Now again we can when we are trying to allot this chair, then we can consider again that candidate also. So in this chair can be allotted to all 4 students. This can be all to the 4 students. So how many ways? The ways are 4 into 4 into 4. So the ways are 4 to the power 4. So these are the ways in which we can allot these seats to 4 students or 4 candidates. Now come to the next point. Suppose these 4 chairs, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and there was 4 candidates A, B, C and D. In this case, if I allot this seat to a candidate, then repetition is not allowed. Means if this seat is allotted to a candidate, then remaining seats cannot be allotted that candidate, because he has or she has already got his or her seat. Suppose I allot this seats. So how many ways I can allot this seat? In 4 ways. I can allot this seat to A, to B, to C or to D. So there are the 4 ways. Okay, now this seat is allotted. Now come to this seat. You can see here, you will see that suppose this seat is allotted to B, so I cut down the B. Now there are 3 students, and we can allot this seat to A, to C or to D. So there are the 3 ways. Now this seat is also allotted. So suppose this seat is allotted to C, so I cut down the C. Now we have to allot this seat. So how many ways? There are 2 students. It can be allotted to A or D. So it is the ways of 2 ways. Suppose this is allotted to A. Now remaining 1 seat, and how many ways I can allot this seat? There is 1 way. This seat can take only D. So there is only 1 way. So all the seats are allotted. In this case, the repetition is not allowed. If one get the seat, then he will not considered in allotting the upcoming allotment. So you can see the ways of allotting the seat was this. And can I write down this in this way? Yes, I can write down this as factorial 4th. So this is the factorial 4th. Now come to the next. Suppose there are only 2 chairs, and the candidates are A, B, C and D. So you can see how many ways I can allot this seat. There are 4 candidates, so 4 ways. And this, suppose I allotted the seat to B, so there are 3. Now this can be allotted in 3 ways. Suppose this is allotted to this. So how many ways? 4 into 3. So the allotment, number of allotment was 12. So they are the 12 ways in this we can allot this seat to the students. Now come to the next. Next we will see, suppose here are how many seats? Now we will take the 3 seats, and there are A, B, C and D. So how many ways I can allot this seat? Yes, I can allot this seat in 4 ways, this in 3 ways, and this is 2 ways. So total ways are 4, 3 into 2, and this is 24. So now I will write down a general term. Suppose I take this as n number, and here the value of n is 4, and I take the number of chairs as r, and here r is 3. So I can write down, I can see before doing these examples, I I come to the point, and the point is n minus 1, n minus 2. Okay, I write down only 2, and it is up to n minus r plus 1. So if you put the values, the value of n was 4, and 4 minus 1, and up to the value of n minus 3 plus 1. So you will see 4 into 3 into this is 4 minus 3 is 2. So the answer is 4 into 3 into 2. The answer is 24. So my dear, you can see this is a formula. This is a formula, and this way is called as permutation. This is called permutation. Okay, this is called permutation. But I will change this formula into another term, so that that will be easy for us. I will represent this n p r. Their total are n, and we have to allot r to the r candidate. So if I write down this n minus 1, n minus 2, and up to into n minus r plus 1. Can I divide this with a term, that is n minus r minus 1 up to 3 to 1. So I will multiply this in numerator also, and this is n minus r minus 1, and up to 3 into 2 into 1. So please understand this. What is this? What is numerator and what is denominator? Try to understand this. The numerator is factorial n, and denominator is factorial of n minus r, and this is our npr, and this is our formula of permutation. Yes, this is our permutation formula. So how to find the permutation? We will find the permutation npr equals to factorial n divided by n minus r factorial. So this is a permutation. Now come to the next point. You will see something here. Okay, now come to the next point. Suppose there are 3 letters, and those are X, Y, and Z. So and you have to choose any 2. So how many ways we can choose any 2 letters? So we will write down the formula npr, and we will write that the value of n will be, value of n is 3, and we have to choose 2, any 2. So r is 2. So I will write down factorial 3 divided by 3 minus 2 factorial. So the value will be 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 1. So the answer is 6. So there are 6 ways to select any 2 letters. Okay. Now suppose, and what are these ways? If I write down, the ways are X, Y, x z, and another is y x y z, and another is z x, just a second, z x and z y. So these are the 6 ways of selecting the pair of 2. Now if suppose these are not the letters, listen carefully. Suppose these are, if these 3 are players and I have to make a team of 2. Now come to the point. This is a very beautiful concept. Now look at here. Now I am taking earlier I took them as a letters, and I have to choose any 2 letters and I have to make the combinations. So I find the 6 combinations. I found 6 combination, but now I have to I considered them as a player, and now I have to make a team, and the team will consist of 2 players. So look at here. If I choose a player x and y, or we choose player as y or x, so are these team are same? These 2 teams are same, so I will consider this as a single team. I will consider this as a single team. In the same way, you can see, if I make a team y player yz or zy, so this is the same team. Yes, this is the same team. In the same way, xz or zx is also a same team. So you can see the combination will be in the permutation the combination was 6, but here the combinations are 3. Combinations are just a second. Here the teams are 3. So you can see in the permutation formula, if we now listen carefully, if we do not consider the order, yes, now here we don't consider the order, it can be xy or yx. So now here we didn't consider the order. So I will write down, if we don't consider the order, then it is called as the combination. So it will call the combination, and the formula will be, and I will represent it by the NCR, and the formula will be the permutation formula was factorial n divided by n minus r factorial. So here as you can see, there are the combination of 3. So here we will divide it also by factorial r, and this is the formula of combination. So keep in mind, here we don't consider the order. Okay, we don't consider the order in combination. So I hope you got it very well. So this is our permutation and combination, and listen carefully. This topic and sets topic, these topics will help you a lot in our probability, and probability will come in each paper of NTRO and Airport Authority of India. So let's meet in the next class. Till then, bye bye.